Isn't it fascinating? Here we are, in a world that feels more like a roller coaster ride than a stable democracy. And somehow, we find ourselves staring down the barrel of a second Trump presidency. Yes, folks, you heard that right. The man who has turned the political landscape into a circus tent filled with clowns and acrobats, all juggling scandals, lies, and a hefty side of conspiracy theories. It's like a reality show that never ends, with the stakes getting higher and the plot twists more absurd by the day. Now, let's not mince words here. This isn't just a matter of political preference or party loyalty. We're talking about a man who has weathered storms of controversy that would have sunk lesser beings. Felonies? Check. A cavalcade of legal troubles that would put any average Joe behind bars? Double check. And yet, here we are, with a significant portion of the populace ready to roll out the red carpet for him again, as if he's some kind of political messiah. It's like watching a magic show where the magician keeps pulling rabbits out of a hat. But instead of rabbits, it's just more chaos. And let's talk about the people who rally behind him, the MAGA crowd. Oh boy, they are a special breed, aren't they? It's like they've bought into this bizarre fantasy where loyalty to Trump is the ultimate virtue. Forget qualifications or experience. It's all about who can shout, "Make America Great Again," the loudest. These are the folks who are pushing Project 2025, a plan that sounds like it was ripped straight from a dystopian novel. Their agenda? To solidify power, to maintain their positions in government, and to do so in a climate of fear. Fear of retaliation, fear of being cast aside like yesterday's news if they dare to stray from the Trumpian script. What does this mean for America? Well, it's like watching a slow-motion train wreck. We're already seeing the cracks in our alliances with other nations. Tensions are rising, and trust is eroding faster than a sandcastle at high tide. Our allies are scratching their heads, wondering what on earth is happening in the land of the free. It's like we've become that unpredictable friend who shows up to a party uninvited, drinks all the punch, and starts dancing on the tables. No one quite knows what to do with us anymore. And let's not forget about the economy. Oh, the economy. It's like a game of Jenga, and every time Trump pulls a block out, we all hold our breath, waiting for the whole thing to come crashing down, with inflation creeping up, jobs being lost, and uncertainty hanging in the air like a thick fog. It's hard to see a clear path forward. And yet, the MAGA crowd seems blissfully unaware, or worse, willfully ignorant of the consequences of their support. It's as if they're living in a bubble, where the only news that matters is the one that fits their narrative. Then there's the issue of white supremacy. This is a dark cloud hanging over the nation, and Trump's presidency has only emboldened those who harbour these hateful ideologies. It's like opening a Pandora's box, and now we're all left to deal with the fallout. The rhetoric has become so divisive, so toxic, that it's tearing at the very fabric of our society. We're not just divided, we're splintered, with trust in each other eroding at an alarming rate. And what about the cabinet? Oh, let's not even get started on that circus. It's like a game of musical chairs, but instead of music, we have the sound of incompetence ringing in our ears. These aren't leaders, they're loyalists. They've been handpicked not for their skills or knowledge, but for their unwavering allegiance to Trump. It's like having a team of players who can't even find the goalposts. But hey, at least they cheer on the coach with fervour. So, where does this leave us? With a nation that feels more like a divided kingdom than a united front. It's like we're all on different pages of the same book, but instead of turning to the next chapter, we're stuck in a loop, reliving the same mistakes over and over again. And as we look ahead, it's hard to see a light at the end of this tunnel. But here's the thing. We can't just sit back and watch the show unfold. We need to engage, to speak out, to share our thoughts and concerns. This isn't just about politics. It's about our future, about the kind of America we want to build. So, if you resonate with any of this, if you feel the urge to break free from the cycle of chaos, I encourage you to share your thoughts. Let's get the conversation going. And hey, if you agree with what I'm saying, don't forget to subscribe and help this channel grow. Because in this wild ride we call democracy, every voice matters, and together we can steer the ship in a better direction.